Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in, it's a Monday Night Primetime showdown between the Carolina Panthers and the San Francisco 49ers.
Set to kick off.
Ready to get this game started, here's Eddie Pinheiro. And Monday Night Primetime is underway. On the return, here comes Xavier Legette. Good work so far, he's got room. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. That's a nice quick correction for this front block. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Hey, middle. 180.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Pass brought in by Teteroa McMillan. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. The designed run, Jackson keeping it. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
What's that saying, Kate, about discretion? Discretion is the better part of valor. Well, decision-making for quarterbacks is so critical. In that time, excellent discretion. Protect yourself, get the first down, and live to play another day.
Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. Cut for big yards on the right side. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. It's a pickup of 26. And that's good for a Panthers first.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Report!
First down, here's Lamar. Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Lamar. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
13.
Jackson now on 3rd. Brought in right side. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
First down, Panthers.
Sit on. Go ahead. You at X. You at X. No, we changed it.
And again, it's Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. He takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers finish up an excellent opening series. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10. Pretty throw here to start. This is thrown towards a defender instead, and he's the one who makes a play on football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on 1st down. Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And having gained up a handful there. Devin Lloyd on the tackle.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Third and short. Here's Purdy. He lofts one deep, center of the field. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. Fields this one at the 3. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Had an injury on that previous play, Brock. That looks like Xavier Legette, who's getting some help from the medical staff. Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
What are you? You. Get on. What are you? Go. Hey.
From the gun, Jackson. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Man, with how hard it is, kid, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Jump off caught by his back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. To the air on 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. They touch him down at the spot as we wait to hear about this flag on the field. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand.
On the quick. Hey. Get up.
Running it after the penalty. Has some daylight through the 40. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. ready to go with the second quarter. It's Panthers football. They're advancing it well as they face second down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. On the move, headed right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Well, the first sack of the game, Kate, as you just called, is a big one. And they're going to make this guy pay if he's trying to play too much hero ball. Got to find a way to get the ball out of your hand.
Jackson now, third and long. Caught, nice gain left side. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Wow, they must really trust this guy's range. He's out for what would be a very long field goal. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that will add to their score.
When Justin Tucker did it back in 2021, it really was an incredible moment, in part because it also won the game as time ran out. Maybe not the same moment for this kick, but it's no less impressive seeing someone hit from 66 to tie the NFL record.
The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. First and 10 coming up. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. Still has some space inside the 35. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers start to fight back with their first points of this game. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the 49ers cut it to a field goal game. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. First and 10. This drive will begin with Hubbard. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
49ers to the line. First and 10. Play action now with Purdy. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Trying to find Mike Evans with that throw. And that'll bring up second down.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
On second down, here's McCaffrey. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Extra DB out there for the Panthers. 3rd down.
Get set, get set. Right around set. Yellow. Yellow. Go ahead, go ahead.
They'll throw. 3rd and long. He's throwing deep to the left side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Corliss Waitman out there again to punt this away. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Fields this at the 19. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Hubbard gets it to start the drive. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. And lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Now it's Lamar. Let's set up the screen. It's Hubbard. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
It's not. What? You. Go. Run in. Run in shot. You change it. Out.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the 49ers will get it back with some time to work with. We reached the 2-minute warning. San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10.
Outside.
Purdy to throw it. He has it at the 5. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
Box. Get set. 18. What's up?
McCaffrey does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line. 49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's McCaffrey again. And this time he's got it. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers get some late points and the lead. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Took a couple of runs into that wall before they finally punched it across for the score.
Well, that defensive front, you know they were dialed up to make a stand, but it was going to be a challenge to make another 2 stops even after that one. That crack formed in the wall, and it burst through for a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the 49ers take a 4-point lead. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. He gets with a return here. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
DC.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected the decision-making there. Coming off a pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, well, he just took his medicine.
Offense needs to shake off that sack in a hurry as they get ready for 2nd down and 13. Downfield working the left. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. On 1st down, Jackson. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
With each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
No.
No, we changed it.
Lamar now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. New set of downs for them. It starts at the 38.
And the Panther 1st down.
Lamar throwing again. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Now the Panthers decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Offense is set. 1st and 10.
You. Hey. Yo. Hey.
Jackson yet again. Has it down close. And he's going to have him a 1st and goal from the 4 as he goes out.
When you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw, and without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Hey, report. Listen on. Report. Hey, middle. Hey, shut up.
We changed it.
Again, it's Jackson to the air. into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
It's a lot. 180. It's a lot. 180. Go.
Jackson's going to throw again. And he has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers take the lead just before halftime. Manage that clock beautifully. Down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down.
Outside. Yellow. 18. What's up? Yellow. Yellow. Yellow.
He's back to throw. Chased out to his right. Winds up and chucks this deep right. His final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10.
Get set. Get set.
They'll start the second half with McCaffrey. And he'll be met near the lines, limit the gain to a yard. Brought down by Christian Wilkins.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Outside. 18. 22.
Going run again with McCaffrey. That is exactly why you rally to the football. He got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Panthers countering with a dime package here. 3rd down.
Get set. Get set. 18. What's up? Yellow.
They stick with McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped well shy of that first down marker. Call it a yard. That means 4th down coming up. Punt team on the field. Corliss Waitman will kick it away. And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. Here's Hubbard on the give. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds. That's 7 yards on the run. Still 6 to go on 3rd.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Jackson now on third. Complete beyond the marker. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Play action now with Jackson. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
First down, here's Lamar. Finds him over the middle. He works it down to the edge of the red zone. Nate Hobbs in on that stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
Hey, report!
He'll send him over right. The give here to the motion man. Trying to win that race to the edge, but the finish line ends up being right where he started, Brock, so no gain on second.
Brings up third down and 7.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on third down. No pitch to Hubbard. On third down, they wind up on the wrong way. That one goes backwards.
A 3-yard loss on the
Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there. That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Hey, give me a G. Give me the E. Give me an A. Give me an M. And give me the ring. Give me the
49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he picks up 5 on that first down run, brings up 2nd down.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Purdy looking to throw. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's 49ers ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode here. They trail to start the 4th. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Into the hands of Kittle. There he goes, right sideline. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers come through to tie it in the 4th. George Kittle, the touchdown. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olson would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, you know, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
He gets with a return here. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10.
13.
Play fake. Jackson. Complete to Tremble. And he is stumped with authority there, but that stump came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that first down. That play gains 15 and it moves the sticks. It only took him one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. First and 10, it's Hubbard. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one is quickly mopped up, too.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10.
13.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down.
Hey, Ozzy, sit up. Middle. Go right here. Yeah. Hey, middle.
They'll air it out on third. Got his man. This is McMillan. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for a Panthers first.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now Jackson. And set up the screen. It's Hubbard. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. Has some space inside the 15. And they take it across the goal line for a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers take a fourth quarter lead. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big game, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around.
And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up first and 10. Purdy on the play action. Forced out to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
I'll give this quarterback credit. He bought as much time as he could, but eventually, the only option left was to throw it away.
Get set, get set. Watch out. Up.
Handoff headed left to McCaffrey. He takes it ahead for a healthy 7 yards. It's third down. Working quickly here.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw. Pass taken in by the rookie out of Ole Miss. And he's going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers take a fourth-quarter lead.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Now Purdy leading the offense up to go for 2.
The 49ers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They give it to the back of his own read. That's not the way you want to go. Wrong way there. The push sends him backwards to the 6.
27. Panthers 26.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. The Gets with a return here. And this drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Dumps it off to his running back. And this one doesn't go far.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Panthers trail by just 1. This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. He'll throw it. Cut down the field again. And they're going to have 1st and goal. He's out of bounds just shy of that 5-yard line. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
He's dropped a big stop in a big moment there, Brock. They could not afford to lose yards there. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
We changed it.
Jackson, quick pass wide. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. San Francisco calls it 2nd timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
We changed it. Oh.
Here he is to throw. Escapes the pocket. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Big field goal try coming up here for Ryan Fitzgerald. Pretty automatic look for him from the left. And that one is good. And late in the 4th, they have grabbed the lead.
That's called getting his job done, Kate, drilling it right through. And now they're in position to win this game. Counts on some of those guys who are out there with them on the kick, those defenders, to hang on to this lead to give them the win.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up.
Outside. 18. Watch out.
Here he is to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he gets out of bounds to save that final timeout. This picks up the 1st down, too.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
We'll look to throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Okay, this defense finally said enough, ripped up that script. They have seen him be way too productive. Time to start fighting him for every single throw.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
53. Outs. Yellow. 18. Watch out. Yellow. Yellow. Yellow.
Setting up to pass. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their 1st. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
Get set. Get set. 18.
Looking to throw it. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stops. 49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line.
Brings up 4th down.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and it's exactly what they did.
The 49ers will call their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. They're going to pass it here. Flushed out of the pocket. He's running with it. And he's out of bounds, so that clock is going to stop, Brock, but it's not going to matter. They've got the 1st down. This game is over.
It's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
And he can't escape, Brock. They lose yards, but defensively, no timeouts left to stop the clock and take advantage. Lining up to take a knee on